Hello, we've got Pisces on the docket today, and I'm so thrilled to share this with you. I actually was actually planning on doing a totally different video today, but the closer I got to for the recording, I was like, I can't. I just have to do Pisces. Pisces is so incredible, and it's just been so in my face the last few days. So we are going to talk about that. My name is Seidel Schultz. I am a sound astrologer. I help connect you to the power and the frequency of your sound so that you can have a greater impact on your audience. And that is like a whole lot of people. Your audience could be your spouse, it could be your animals, it could be your children, your friends, your clients, like the people on social media, your that are will soon be your clients or the people that you impact. So that is your audience. And that is what I want to help you do. So let's talk about Pisces. We're going to talk about it really as the way it impacts or the area of your life that Pisces really impacts. I want to help you understand what this Pisces energy means in your life, what the sound of it is, what it looks like, what some possibilities are that it could look like, so that you can really harness that energy and express it more freely and more powerfully in your life. That's what I want for you. So we're not just talking about the energy of Pisces in the moon or the sun or even the rising sign. This is going to be the energy of it for everyone. So let's jump in and talk about what I keep hearing every time I hear Pisces in the last couple of days. Uh, and the thing that I've been hearing the most is in this world, but not of this world. And like really people struggling to and I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna just take it in this direction, which I said I wasn't gonna do, but I'm gonna do it because it's my video. I can do what I want. I take it in the direction of like, especially those that have their sun and their moon or their rising sign in Pisces, or they have many planets in Pisces, and so that Pisces energy is really strong. You can feel in this world, but not of this world, like you kind of don't belong to this planet. So this is the thing that I've really been hearing a lot lately. Um, and as I've been hearing that and really asking how how can we how can I as a sound astrologer help you connect to that Pisces energy in a way that helps you feel more at home here. And the thing that I just kept receiving over and over as I asked that question was this. Pisces is the heaven sign. It is the sign to me that sounds like when I listen to someone with their moon in Pisces, it's the sound that when I hear it, I actually hear heaven. I hear forgiveness. I hear divinity and just the truth that comes from divinity. And Pisces is the embodiment of heaven on this earth. And that is why Pisces can feel so deeply and so, oh gosh, I just like they feel it with the fullness of their body. They feel emotions with the fullness of their body. And so it can be a little bit uncomfortable. So to a couple of things with this. So a couple of things to remember is if you have um, one of your big three in Pisces, it is extremely important that you either have a connection with God or that you have a connection with the divine, with a divine, like the universe or whatever you're calling it. That is crucial for your mental health if you're in the sun, for your emotional health if your Pisces is the moon, and for the health of your body and your character if you're Pisces rising. Okay, so this is like really, really important for you, is to establish this connection and really have a strong relationship with the divine, with God, the universe, a higher power of sorts, and also to be connected to your feelings consistently throughout the day and consistently on a daily basis, like you're checking in and you're doing these things. Okay, so that's like the foundation of this. And now I want to go in and I want to talk about it based on the houses and how it can apply to everyone, and how it could possibly apply to you. So let's take a look at a chart. So this is my first fantastic chart that I want to take a look at. And here we have, so you're looking specifically in your chart at what house cusps Pisces. So the cusps means the start of it, right? So the start of the house is in Pisces. So here we have, you see in the middle, you have the numbers, and then here's Pisces right here. And these dots, this is telling us where the fourth house begins, which is in Pisces. So this is the fourth house. So this Pisces energy, one of the things that is like, okay, this is going to seem totally not according to what any other astrologer has, you've probably ever heard another astrologer say, which excites me to share this with you. There is no other energy in the zodiac that has confidence like a Pisces. When Pisces is in the light, or not confidence, I'm sorry, success. There's no energy that has success like Pisces. And I know that you're like, okay, well, Capricorn is really successful. Virgo can be, I mean, all the signs can obviously be successful. But one of the reasons why I really love Pisces being success, as I hear it, is because, again, going back to the divine is what creates success. God is our key to success, like to true success and the fullness of it and the fulfillment of it. Like, and when I think for me personally, if I want to accomplish something, or I have a goal that I want to do, or, regardless of what that goal is, my number one is then to go to bring my goal to God and say, how do I get this done? Because God can see the bigger picture. He can see the exact steps that I need to take, and then He can really walk me through those steps. So that is why, to me, success really is the divine. And why Pisces is really a success is because of that. Sorry, there's like a little bit of noise in another room. It's a little bit distracting. Okay, so when you're looking at your chart, and you see what house Pisces cusps, you're really going to look at that and say, okay, this is where it's really important for me in my life that I am connecting to the divine. And then I'm really leaning into that area and leaning into my feelings. So we're looking at two different things. One is feelings, and the second is a connection to the divine, or you could turn those around. First, obviously important is that we're reaching out to the divine, and then also like close second is that you're looking at your feelings and you're really checking in on those feelings, in regards to like where you're at, where this is at in your chart. Okay. Okay, I'm really excited. So here we have Pisces. So I'm just going to listen to this chart. I just want to share a little bit about what I'm hearing in this chart here for Pisces. So Pisces in the home. So this person really is looking at, oh my gosh, you know what I just am seeing right now is, I saw her walking through her home and knowing that, like, and not just like walking through and looking at things, but like doing her day-to-day tasks in the home, or when she's in the home, or there are struggles in the home. I saw a horde of angels around her. And so it's important for her to remember that as she's in the home, that this is where her angels are always with her and are always supporting her. Because here's the other thing about Pisces that I just want to share. Pisces energy can be where we experience anxiety. and where we experience nervousness. Now, I have Pisces in my ninth house, which is the house of learning, the house of travel. And I'll tell you what, there is nothing that gets my anxiety going like traveling. Like it could just be to the next state and I have anxiety about it, right? But like, especially if I'm getting on a plane, I have anxiety about it. So this is where we know, okay, I'm going to or could possibly experience anxiety in some sort in this area of my life. And so this is where I absolutely need the divine. And I need to have that connection. Like I said, that's like number one important is that we're calling on that connection. So when I travel, it's very important that I'm going to share this example really quick. So I flew internationally by myself recently, and it was terrifying. I was terrified. And I'm walking through the airport feeling terrified, like the airport that I know, the one in my hometown. So I'm walking through that airport and I know that I'm going to go to another airport. I'm going to have to change terminals, which I've never done by myself before. And I just was feeling intense, was intensely terrified. And so I'm like walking and I'm like, okay, what am I feeling? I'm feeling scared. I'm feeling terrified. And that's very understandable. I don't travel internationally by myself ever. I've never ever done it. And so I understand that this is why I feel scared. And then I asked, okay, what is it that my heart needs right now? And the thing that I needed was to know that I wasn't alone. And in that moment, I felt Jesus next to me. And then I felt like an entourage of angels around me. And in that instant, I was calm. And from there, through the rest of my travels until I landed in Mexico, um, I felt amazing. I felt so calm. And like the changing terminals at the next airport was a breeze and it felt great. And it was solely because I checked in on my feelings and then I really asked for that heaven's help that I needed so much. So here we have in the fourth house, this is a reminder. And it's not just home, like being in the home. This is also feeling at home with ourselves. So if you're out and about and you're like, okay, I'm in this situation and I don't feel super comfortable and confident with myself. Um, I don't feel at home with myself. That's when you're going to like really lean in and you're going to say, "Okay, how am I feeling?" You're going to check in on those feelings and you're really going to connect to God and the divine to help you understand what it is that you need and also help give you the success that you're looking for in that situation. The other thing that okay, so we're gonna start off with the first house. We'll back up, start up, and then we'll go around the pie. And I want you to know that as I share these things, it is also important to understand that each chart will sound a little bit differently. So this is like generalized information, but your chart will speak very specific things for you. It will express those very specific things for you. So Pisces in the first house. The first house is character. The first house is your body. So it's very important, and I'm going to really focus on body for this one. It's very important for your body that you are recognizing your feelings on a regular basis. And that one of the things that I'm hearing right now, actually specifically for the body, is that you are asking the divine and you are connecting to the divine about your body. What is it that my body needs? How can I support my body? And especially as I hear it, how can I support my body feeling comfortable on the earth? How can I support my body in feeling comfortable in the present? So that would be a really good question to ask. The second house is worth, value, and money. So you're really looking at connecting to the divine with money, with your value, like, and even like journaling about this and saying, okay, God, um, tell me about my value. Help me see my worth. Help me experience my worth. Or what is it that I need to do with money? How do I need to um, budget my money? How do I need to care for my money? What is it that I need to spend my money on? Right? So, um, if you're going to spend money and you have Pisces in the second house, you're really like, check in before you spend. Is this the right thing for me? And that will help you feel so much more comfortable. Now, Pisces in the third house is all about communication. Now, communication is fantastic, and I love Pisces in the third house for communication, whether that's just in the third house or a Pisces Mercury, a Mercury in Pisces. Their communication very much is this authentic communication. Now, I say this is authentic communication, and I'm also going to say this. It is so easy for this Pisces energy to be like, no, that's not right. Nope, that is not in alignment. That is not truth. And so if someone's communicating with a Pisces who has with the Pisces in the third house, that third house Pisces can say, oh, stop. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I can see right through that. That is so not true. Now, the funny thing is too with this is that Pisces, it's kind of funny because it's totally the opposite. But Pisces in the third house, they're really good at like not being honest, or like Mercury in Pisces can be really good at not being honest. And is so really making sure that you are in integrity with yourself and that you're being honest even with yourself in your communication and what you're willing to see. But I really love that Pisces in communication. It's so, so good because they know exactly what you're saying. And then we talked a little bit about the fourth house. The fifth house is creation. And oh my gosh, I just saw the most beautiful thing as I saw this, like Pisces in creation, really leaning into that. Creating with God and understanding the creation power. So, if you have Pisces in the fifth house, I'm going to encourage you to really lean in and ask God and have this really fantastic conversation of what the creation process looks like, and especially what the creation process looks like for you. Sixth house. So, Pisces in the sixth house. I'm just going to say this. It is so important for you, Pisces in the sixth house, that you are talking with God on a daily basis, that you are really having these, and I'm not talking about just prayer. Okay. I'm talking like journaling with God and really listening to God, and that you're doing that on a daily basis, that you're checking in with your feelings on a daily basis and even multiple times throughout the day. This is what's going to help you be the most successful in your day-to-day life and in getting things done. Okay, seventh house, this intimate relationship. And oh my gosh, I've said this before in other videos. I'm going to say it again. Seventh house is not just your spouse. The seventh house can also be your intimate relationship with yourself. And as I am hearing the seventh house right now, I'm just saying, I'm just hearing it is important that you're creating this intimate relationship with God as well. And like, well, I'll get more into that with the 12th house, but it's important to remember God is a part of our intimate relationships. Um, and to really bring that in and have an intimate, like, I think that's it, just bringing God into that place where it's in the intimate relationship. So oftentimes what I will say to people or suggest is that I have me, and then there's you, and then in between me and you I put Jesus. So anytime I'm listening to what you're saying, I'm actually hearing it through Jesus. And that can be really helpful, especially if we are experiencing um, a difference or a misunderstanding, or we're not on the same page in our communication. That's a really great place to put Jesus and be like, okay, what is it that they're really saying? And how can I explain myself in a way that they can really understand me? So again, we're using that divine in our intimate relationship with ourselves. We're using that divine in our intimate relationship with other people to help us have our ultimate success. The eighth house, and I actually want to share this one because here we have my next chart, and this is Pisces in the eighth house. The eighth house is is transformation. The eighth house is other people's assets. I really love focusing on the eighth house when it comes to um, transformation and really looking at it that way. So, yes, if you have the Pisces in the eighth house, you can experience anxiety when it comes to transforming. You can feel a little bit unsteady with that or feel maybe really emotional about it. It's so important for you with Pisces in the eighth house that you're kind of like, this is just what I'm hearing from it. And this is what I'm hearing specifically for this chart as well. I'm going to take a step back for just a second. And I'm going to look at what I want to transform and what's happening in my life right now and how it can transform. And I'm going to kind of, gosh, the thing that I'm hearing is I'm going to kind of take a step back and I'm going to look at it with heaven's perspective. So show me this perspective, heaven. Show me how I can see this transformation in a way that will help me feel um, more comfortable, that will help me have the greatest success with transformation. And the other thing is just like feeling like the smoothest transition. A Pisces is a water sign, right? But it feels so much to me like it's the air sign of the water signs, if that makes sense, because it's so light. So coming in and really taking a look and pulling back and taking that heaven's perspective on transformation. The ninth house is the house of learning, like I said, the house of learning, the house of travel, the house of teaching. So, you guys, this is like, I could, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's how I feel about this. The whole thing. It just makes me so excited. So I have Pisces in the ninth house. And it is very, very true for me. I need the divine when it comes to learning. I want the divine desperately when it comes to teaching. When I am standing on a stage and I am presenting, my number one is that I feel comfortable enough on stage that it feels like I'm talking to a friend so that I can hear what the divine is wanting me to share. And that's a true, whether it's like I'm on a stage or I'm doing these videos, that I'm listening to what God is wanting me to share, what God is wanting me to teach, and I'm that conduit for that. And then also we talked about the travel. The tenth house is the house of business. So whether that's your business, whether that's working a job, like you need heaven to work your job. You need heaven to work your business. And also, if you don't have a business and you are a stay-at-home mom or you're retired, whatever it is, the thing is that I heard with Pisces in the 10th house is that I am about God's business. Hello. Like the way that you serve people. So you're like really including God in how you serve people. Isn't that just like so amazing? The 11th house is the house of hopes and dreams. It's the house of the internet. Like and the house, I'm laughing, and the house of friendship, like groups of people. We're talking groups of people here, right? And so it's like, okay, this is I'm giggling because when I said that, I just thought, okay, I have no freaking idea how to use technology. Heaven help me. Heaven help me with this. And yes, heaven will absolutely help you with this. Heaven will help you with big groups of large groups of people. Come in and know your place, whether that's to be a leader or whether that today is to be a leader today and a follower tomorrow, a part of the crowd, and to really help you. The other thing is like really help you understand what your hopes and your dreams are. And then you have the 12th house. And the 12th house is the house where Pisces original, like in the regular chart, right? With Aries starting. This is where Pisces naturally rules. Pisces naturally rules the 12th house. So feels like most comfortable there, right? And that is your personal relationship with God. So isn't that perfect? Like the as I hear it, because people can say it's like the subconscious, right? And so but to me, the 12th house really is this personal relationship with God. So it's even more important that you are leaning in to that. If you have Pisces in the 12th house, that you are really leaning into um, when you have anything like, oh gosh, I'm just hearing like subconscious stuff, like when you're working on your like, oh, my beliefs and things like that, that you're really talking to God about your beliefs and you're talking to him or them about, you know, things that you've rooted in and things that you want to be rooted in, making sure that you're having, again, just like this in the sixth house, just like in the seventh house, that you're having that daily communication with God and that it's personal and it's meaningful and you're taking the time to hear back just as much as you are taking the time to share. And that's it. That is my Pisces share for today. I would love to hear your biggest takeaway from this video. I'd love to hear where Pisces cusps, what house Pisces cusps in your chart, and how you see this playing out in your life. Until next time, like and subscribe for more videos. We'll see you next time. Bye.